What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Ethereum. Ethereum, there are concerns with regards to the overall state of Ethereum right now regarding price, not so much regarding overall ecosystem. Obviously, it's the strongest. But Ethereum, the moves coming for Ethereum could signal a downtrend. Particularly if Bitcoin continues its downtrend, Ethereum's could be significantly worse. I want to look at what could happen in the short term for Ethereum. And obviously this has an impact on the rest of crypto as well, because the majority are ERC20s. So guys, you want to pay attention, because I imagine you're holding one of this is one of those coins that's relevant. Before I get into it, I update the spreadsheet. If you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. The first 26 coins I held after the 2018 crash. Had you invested $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you'd done nothing, you literally sat and done nothing with them, you'd have been in profit for 8K. But if you had sold those coins when the markets were flying high in the previous cycle, you would have been in profit for 123K. That's the difference between cashing out at the right time and holding all the way down to the end of the markets. And guys, if you want to make these profits, if you want to make gains like this, come check out Copy My Crypto. The link's in the description. It's where I share all the coins I'm buying up in this bear cycle. Now, Phantom tops that list, and it's no coincidence that I picked Phantom. I did a whole Udemy course about Phantom, saying it was the best investment of the year. Said it would 100x, it did a 677x. When I find the next Phantom, the coin that I think can do those gains, I'm not going to create a Udemy course. I'm going to tell the members. So if you want to get ahead of the markets, if you want to get ahead of everyone else, come to the site, read through it, and if you like it, I look forward to seeing you there. Right, JP Morgan. So let's talk about JP Morgan quickly. They're seeing concerns for the Ethereum blockchain. So they spelled out some concerns about Ethereum as it transitioned to proof of stake. Obviously that happened, and the blockchain was split in two, and it gave rise to an offshoot chain called Ethereum Proof of Work. Some exchanges did support the forked version, and at least 19 former Ethereum mining pools are active on it. That's quite significant. And the fork chain could divide the Ethereum community. That's what JP Morgan believe. Me personally, I can't see that. I can't see that. I know that some people are on there right now, but also if you want an Ethereum proof of work, you've already got Ethereum Classic. Like, that's the original Ethereum. The second concern that JP Morgan raised was that the blockchain has become less decentralized, and just a few entities command the majority share of staked Ethereum. It's interesting that the banks want decentralization now. JP Morgan noted that the price of Ethereum has declined sharply. This drop was probably due to the buy the rumor, sell the news flows specific to the event, together with widespread weakness in risky assets as a result of more hawkish central banks. And the merge is the first of 5 upgrades planned for the blockchain. Meanwhile, a move to backwardation in the futures market is a manifestation of the shift towards more bearish sentiment in crypto markets. Backwardation occurs when the spot price of an asset is higher than its futures prices. And as I said, in terms of Ethereum mining, like if you're going to want to carry on mining, mine Ethereum Classic as the OG of Ethereum. But these concerns are valid and they're worth paying attention to. Now, that's just one of like JP Morgan concerned. I actually don't agree with the proof of work issue. I actually do agree with the less decentralized, because there is a majority share of staked ETH in just a few different places. So I do agree with that point. It is somewhat less decentralized. And there is truth of proof of work, proof of stake not being as strong as proof of work. Now, the reason that I'm paying attention to this is, or the reason I'm paying attention to the charts right now is Ethereum. So Ethereum is, if you've noticed on the VRVP, has a huge volume, like a huge node. And like this is the point of control for the Ethereum markets on the daily. And it's knocking around effectively $1,128. And if Bitcoin continues its decline, a retest of that is probable. And if that does happen, we've then got a shot of that point of control being broken. And then previous lows can be tested. And because if you notice on the node, on the final node, the final node ends at basically the low of June, which was 881. And I can see this happening because fundamentally, Bitcoin obviously is hovering around its sort of daily close lows over the past year and a half. And then we've got to bear in mind the Dixie. And the Dixie is looking ridiculous at the moment. The Dixie is rallying and rallying and rallying, and it shouldn't be. Let's be clear, there's bearish divergence here, and we saw it play out. There's bearish divergence here, and we saw it play out. There is bearish divergence where it is right now, but it keeps damn rallying. You know, on the 21st, it rallied by 1.05%. Yesterday, it ended up only dropping by 0.07. Today, it's already up 0.7%. It's continuing its rally. Now, either this is manipulation or it's going parabolic. And there is an element when we zoom out of the Dixie that this upward curve is damn parabolic. You've got to acknowledge the speed with which this has grown. Because the dollar index doesn't do this. This is not normal. And I know we're in a really tumultuous time with the economy, but look at this. You know, bearish divergence again. Bearish divergence again. We should see the Dixie drop over the weekend. We should see it drop today, really, but we certainly should see it drop over the weekend and going into next week. And if it doesn't, if it carries on this run, risk assets get burnt by the Dixie continued strengthening. And that's what we're looking at right now. So if that continues to run riot, then Bitcoin will start dropping. If Bitcoin starts dropping, very, very close to its lows over the past year and a half. If it breaks through those lows, Ethereum's going to break harder than Bitcoin will, because that's what always happens. And then it's coming up to this challenging node, and this challenging node around $1,120, $1,130. If that gets broken, there is not a lot of money, and there's not a strong node behind that to support. And we could see a proper capitulation in the short term down to $800 or so for Ethereum, and possibly lower. And that might happen over the course of that'll happen if Bitcoin tanks. That'll happen if the Dixie continues to strengthen as Bitcoin tanks. And it could be on the cards. We could see Ethereum feasibly drop down to $500 in a couple of months' time, or in a month's time. And the thing I want to remind people of is Ethereum is bloody strong. Just because that's happening doesn't mean that's a big deal. That's a good thing. Ethereum long term should still be a five-figure coin because it is still the strongest ecosystem in all of crypto. So guys, you want to pay attention to this, because if Ethereum does do that tanking, ERC20 is going to get wrecked as well. So your R of Asia synthetic compounds, all of them are going to drop. And they're your sort of big blue chip DeFi ones. So the cryptos, the smaller ERC20s are going to really plummet. Or the layer 2s plummet. So you've got to pay attention to this. But long term, that's still an awesome opportunity to accumulate, because Ethereum should be a 10K coin. And it's something to remember. But yeah, there's the Dixie gets stronger. I think there's real shot of Bitcoin continuing that downtrend. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you know when new content's coming out. And guys, if you want to see the coins I'm buying up in this bear cycle, the coins I think can have the massive gains, the 20x, the 40x, the 50, the 100, come check out Copy My Crypto. The link's in the description. It's where I share everything I'm buying. Like I said before, Phantom was not luck. I chose it. I did a Udemy course about it. I've only done one Udemy course ever, and it was about that. And I'm not going to do that again, because I can literally tell the members on the site, the coin I think is going to do 100x gains. So if you want to get ahead of these markets, if you want to get ahead of everyone else in these markets, go to the site, read through it. And if you like it, guys, come join me and I'll see you there. Take it easy. Bye-bye.